Greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. We're going to pull a rune and get a tarot card and a rune of clarity for every position in your rune reading here this week. And as usual, at the end, we'll pull a oracle card. An oracle card of the Soul's Journey Oracle deck is what we will see for this week. So stay tuned for that at the very end of your reading, Scorpio. In your energetic past is the God Tears rune of Tiwaz. Tiwaz is sticking up for others, sticking up for yourself, sticking up for what is right, what is true, what is just, what is good. This is very Libra energy with the scales of built in that justice, that innate sense of justice. What is just, what is right, what is true, what is good. And doing that due diligence, sticking up for yourself and that vector of victory, right? Doing the due diligence, that disciplined work every single day. And either bless or challenge with how you are showing up in your sense of your trajectory, right? Your trajectory of victory here. So take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. In your energetic past for the card is the Nine of Wands reversed. Now, this is interesting because Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords upright would be a lot of doom and gloom, pessimistic, woe is me, I'm trapped in my own thoughts, and depression kind of feeling. Now take the opposite of that, and that's what you have for your energetic recent past here with the God Tears rune Tiwaz. This is like a self-liberation. Like waking up and saying like, wait a minute, this is what, okay, I don't need these nine swords. This is like overcoming that or not accepting that defeat or failure or that depressive sort of response energy in your energetic past. Rune of clarity here, blessed beginnings, familial style type of nurturing here with the rune of the birch goddesses, rune of Berkana. So Berkana is interesting. This is blessed and showing up in nurturing yourself, nurturing others, being nurturing. Bless your challenges with aspects of how we are doing that. Whatever new beginning this was and how you're showing up for it actually helped you a lot with more than you can probably see with the whole overcoming anxiety, depression, stagnant, stuck kind of energies. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. In your energetic now is a rune of now these. Now this. You're going down your energetic path. Now this log is blocking your path. It's up to you to transmute it and address it fully before you can continue on your divinely guided path with Naldi's. So with this, it's interesting because this is balancing wants versus needs, constraints and limitations, wants versus actual needs, perceived failures versus actual lessons, which they all are, honestly. And this is also that blessed aspect of limitations. Are they fear, actual like projected limitations, or are they natural limitations where they're actually valid? Bless or challenge with aspects of this in your energetic now. In the now card of clarity is the world. Maybe feeling like you have the world on your shoulders. I'm seeing Hangalaz as the rune here built into this card. This unintended eventualities. The world's going to turn and turn and turn no matter what. Seasons will come and go. And cycles will begin and end no matter what. And so this is like life is going to continue happening. The world is going to continue happening. This isn't necessarily the weight of the world on your shoulders, but this could feel like it for you right now. Yeah, so emotional healing work, intuitive healing work, divine feminine healing work. This is Lagos, the sea of lake flow, waters crying with water, visiting a body of water even for emotional healing. Grounded sense of flow. Now, flow works really well when it's in a defined container, not in a container that shifts all the time and the flow gets interrupted, right? So sturdy banks for the river, sturdy banks for your river. And you get to traverse the world with that. All right, so you're calling. I think you're being confronted with aspects of grounding your emotions, emotional attachment, probably to things, or maybe actually just relearning how to grow in emotionally healthy and intuitively healthy directions because of what was happening in your recent past here. Because that, I think that's adapting or reflecting like really how you're showing up in your uh, vector of victory here from the past. So with that, we will get your rune of the near future is in Teresa. So this is very thoroughly adopting into the work, making sure that it is divinely guided, but also grounded action where it's very thorough. You're dotting the I's, crossing the T's, your ducks are in a row, mental mise en place, mental mess in place, right? You have all the research done, even the boring tidbits, right? And you're very thoroughly committed to whatever this energy is here in your near future, which is beautiful. This is doing the work. This is like showing up and doing the very thorough work. Yeah, 9 of Wands reversed. Not a time to really pause and reflect on your path right now, but I see you definitely building something here along your path. Yeah. Building and protecting, maybe even protecting your path. Destroying an aspect that doesn't need to be with you. You're uncovering mysteries in your near future. This is like an initiation kind of a thing. Gambler's Cup here, Pertho, is like a pregnancy or a friendly board game competition, a rite of passage, or a gamble. Energetic investment, regardless, no matter what it is. It's an energetic investment where you know how you started, you don't know how it'll end, you know how you want it to end. So you're remaining emotionally invested throughout this. You're remaining emotionally and energetically, invested in all of this and uncovering the mysteries. And at the end of this Pertho, you come out with a shifted perspective, having been initiated. Right? No matter what you went through, you're going to be learning a lot of lessons. You're taking an energetic leap here by, I believe, building something new along your path. It's not really a time to pause and reflect here in your near future. I think you're having plenty of opportunity for that right now, or you at least did in the past. Influence for the now, okay, reflection right now. Yera is learning those lessons, that liminal space in between cycles, endings making beginnings, beginnings making endings simultaneously. Yera is the rune of harvest. When we make a harvest, we do what? We assess the crop. We assess what we did. What we sowed is what we reap. Very much cause and effect kind of stuff, where you're learning the lessons. This is that space in between, like a breath in between the notes of the song. Every wavelength has that moment of silence, of perfect stillness, where you get to have that learning, that clarity, and that adjustment to take hold. 5 of Wands reversed clarifies this, where this is not a thief in your camp. This is not looking or doing like a witch hunt kind of thing. This is more or less like you accepting responsibility of knowing that there is no other energy to blame. Yeah, is what I'm seeing. You're taking full ownership of something, and it might not be 100% your ownership, but you're taking it on anyway, because you know this is a good way to just get it done, over with, and start the new cycle already. That's what I'm being intuitively told here. Yeah, how are you manifesting? How are you showing up in the world? Are you leading by example? Kenaz, the light lights the way for the others. This is the torch that lights your path and also other paths. They see your light in the distance lighting the path, and they want to see what you're up to, kind of energy. So, leading by example, practicing what you preach, not being a hypocrite, learning lessons in how you manifest, how you trailblaze that energy. Maybe you used to be this sneaky sword thief, and you're not anymore. regardless, you went from a 9 of Swords reverse to a 5 of Swords reverse, and then you go to the World upright. This is beautiful. This is a big but gradual shift for you. It's not like earth-shattering, right? But this is still a lot of inner kind of manifestation work into your clarity, and staying up with your what you need to do on your divinely guided path, taking it a step at a time. You are not the only one to get this rune here. A lot of people have gotten Isa here for the rune of what to do this week. A lot of us just need to go within, be introspective. This is the water freezing over the deep lake. This is what you're called to do. Be like the water that's freezing over that deep lake, so you can see down into that deep lake for emotional depth, emotional clarity, going within, resting, now's not the time to really reflect on your path in the future, because you're getting on that right now. You need to be very introspective, but very rigid and committed, kind of like freeze yourself for a minute here and stick to your divinely guided path, right? But at the same time, you're going within for that clarity. You're resting and you're recharging, and you're going within for that is what you need to do. King of Cups is upright for this. So this is, a lot of emotional stability, being able to pull down your dreams and manifest in beautiful ways, in emotionally fulfilling ways, and learning how to do that. The King of Cups is very emotionally fulfilling. He's a very stern, but very compassionate and fair and just king. So this is kind of the energy that you need to bring into yourself. Be tough but fair with yourself. Emotionally stable, being able to pull down your dreams still. Reidho, the rune of travel. It is a lot of travel. It could be inner travel, though, is what I'm seeing. This is indicative of a change of house, spouse, or career as well, because you're not surrendering to any discordant, unhealthy, or unsavory energies, or stagnant ones. You are in step with divine flow. This is calling you to be just going with the flow, not resisting with the flow. So being very now is what I keep hearing. Being very present, being very now, going within. Okay? Emotional maturity is what I keep seeing. When we are present, when we are now. Yeah. You're really learning how to master your inner self here, I think, this week, Scorpio. This is a deep process here for you. You definitely need to pause and get that inner clarity, but with divine flow, right? Sometimes the water wants to freeze fast. Sometimes the water wants to freeze slow. And you can kind of steer it towards that direction whichever way you want. The pendulum swings both ways. It's up to you to kind of make the pendulum kind of hover over here for a little bit before it swings back, right? It's kind of like this energy. Let the water freeze nice and slow over that lake, because less particulates, less obstruction of view, less air bubbles get trapped in and obstructs your view, right? You can see deeper down further and uncover those mysteries here in your future. Yeah, okay. In your outcome for all of this, Othala is that stability, right, of legacy. This is enhanced aspects thereof, with it being in your outcome. Now, this is calling into question, though, is it transitory or is it perpetual? Is it a healthy or unhealthy transitory? Is it a healthy or unhealthy perpetual? We always want to leave behind healthy, perpetual legacies, right? Like our indigenous relatives like to practice. If it isn't healthy for the next 7 generations, then it's a no. So Othala is an enhanced sense of legacy, belonging. leaving behind like a good foundation for others, examples for others, being known, like what you want to be remembered as, or yeah, we'll just leave it at that. The Fool reversed, you have not been here, you have been here before. The Fool reversed, this is something where you're like, okay, now I for sure know what I'm doing. I'm not the fool anymore. This is an enhanced sense of that aspect. Like, you are seasoned, you're not the fool. You know what I mean? You're not a greenhorn, so to speak. You're more worldly. You're not the fool anymore, and you've been here before. That's the thing of it. Now, we always have the opportunity to repeat life lessons until they're learned. How are you nurturing? Right? Are you healing your divine feminine, balancing that out with some good divine masculine? Yeah. We all have aspects of both in our lives. This is a thorough adaptation of what you're doing. Thorough commitment to your legacy work. It's divinely connected and guided, and it's also grounded energy. So you're being very present here still in the near future, with that thorough action, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, right? Doing your due diligence, getting your ducks in a row, having that build, destroy, or protect kind of energy fully under your reign, and being able to carry that with you. You're still carrying that thorough energy here into your near future, which is beautiful, because this leads to an uncovering of a mystery as you pause and get to reflect. As you continue down your path, and when you're not pausing and reflecting, but you get to uncover mysteries as you continue on. Okay. Wow, interesting reading. I think you're going through a lot of inner changes, and a lot of people are. So many people are. So definitely take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. You are not the only one. Several people have gotten this Isa rune for your advice for the now. Okay, I can't make this stuff up. This is the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. We're getting into card of clarity now. Divine, please show us clearly, what card of clarity do you have for Scorpio's divinely guided rune reading here for this week? A single card of clarity do you have for Scorpio's divinely guided rune reading? Please, please, please. All right, you're flipping over a bunch of cards for me, but you're not really helping with the productivity of this. Can you please help with the productivity of this? Please give us one card of clarity for Scorpio. This isn't even for me. This is for Scorpio. I don't think I have Scorpio. Oh, I have one aspect of Scorpio in my chart. My birth chart. Okay, we'll do this one. Thank you. Success, Scorpio. And I see that for you. You are going to be successful at whatever you put your heart and mind into. Just stay present, stay now. Definitely be introspective, because in the near future, it will not be a time to be introspective. You're going to be uncovering stuff. Okay. And it's not going to be within, it might be within you, who knows? Okay. I know that there is no greater goal in life than to love. That's what this card says. Success is a beautiful card. Let's read more about it. This is one of my favorite cards in this whole deck. Again, it says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Success can mean many things to the ego self, but the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it's the time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. The soul doesn't care how big your house was, or how nice your car was, or how many bank accounts you had. The soul only cares about how you express love and compassion. In the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive, and even your ego's definition of success is then altered. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy no longer have the same appeal. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.